Alright, what's up? Welcome to another video. I kind of want to make a video about Tribe 9 since I got into the closed beta, and you know, the whole point is to give like feedback. So hopefully they find this video and they get the feedback they want, right? So yeah, it's a really cool game, obviously. From the Danganronpa creator. Obviously style, all that captures it. Um, the the combat is interesting, and another thing you gotta remember is that this game is supposed to be also mobile compatible, so it's gonna be a little rough, since it has to be mobile. But like obviously there's Genshin, right? Oh, well, Genshin's good even though it's on mobile, right? But like in this game you can actually you can tell that the gameplay is mobile, like when you're actually fighting. Obviously right now it doesn't really look mobile, it looks more like a PC game, right? But on mobile, on like when you're actually fighting, right? And like the mini fights that they have, that's when you can tell it's mobile. But then they have like this other things where they have they have like they have like main event kind of boss fights kind of thing, and then they have like a bunch. That's kind of where they spend all the money at. Like all the animations are crazy there. Like at that point, you don't really think it's like a mobile game either, right? But before I get into the combat though, I want to talk about what I can here, because I'm gonna have to go through all the story to get into that, to get into combat. But yeah, so some good things about the game, right? Obviously it looks really cool. Music is awesome. The music is very good. I like the music. Like it's a bop, not annoying at all. I like the mechanics. It's kind of like Pokemon, right? Like like if there's an enemy right here, I can go over there, smack him, and then I'll start combat, right? I might show that later, right? But yeah, you can start combat. You can just go in, hit them, and if you hit first, you get a boost. If they hit first, then they get a boost, and obviously it makes it harder. The fight makes it harder. It becomes harder, right? So it's kind of like a Pokemon kind of scenario where you like uh have like random fights like that, or more of like kind of like a Honkai Star Rail kind of thing they got going on with like the fights, or at least like to initiate fights. They got running. They got 4 party systems though. Wait, can I put 4? Wait, hold up. This is I think it's only 3, right? Yeah, it's only 3. So actually, never mind. It's not 4. It's only 3. So there's only 3 slots for them, right? Oh, I just realized that 2 of them are not leveled up. Oh, it's because they're new characters, right? Anyways, um, so let's talk about what we have here, right? Let's go back to the little lobby, right? Okay, so I was kind of scared, right? Because I'm like, okay, the story of this game is really good. Like in the beginning, obviously it's a little bit wonky on the edges, right? And there's some aspects about it that are not like the best, right? But overall, I think the story is pretty good, right? I like the where they're going with it, and I can definitely see the Danganronpa creator working on this cast and like the situation, right? But story isn't everything, right? Like I would rather the gameplay be better, right? But obviously the story is really good. I would play this game just for story, which is why I was hoping that this game was not free and on mobile. But it's looking like this game will be free on mobile. I'm pretty sure free. I think on mobile for sure, but I don't know if it's gonna be free. And then one thing I was really scared about was that they have Gatcha. They have Gatcha. So, and the problem with this is that this is their main source of income. The game will probably be free, from what I know. And since the game will be free, that means they can't focus on the story. They gotta focus more on like this combat kind of aspect about it, right? And that's bad because the main selling point for me, I think, is right now is the story. Because the combat, like they kind of force you into the story. It's not really a choice most of the time. Like you have to go through the story, right? Obviously you can spam through it, right? But you can go through the story, and and the story is actually really good, right? So it kind of it feels it makes me feel bad, that I have to like go through this gotcha now, right? Because what happens is there'll be certain bosses that you can't pass simply because they want you to spend money, right? Or or you can spend money, right? Or instead you have to grind for like multiple days to get resources to level up your guys, and then get the resources to then get But obviously they'll be like, oh well, if you just spend money, you could get it right now. You see, there's a problem there, and that's the problem. I believe that this gacha system and like the free to play kind of method they're going for will ruin the game long term, because like for example Genshin Impact, right? They have a story, but their story is terrible. And it was always been terrible, right? This story's always been good, right? For now, so far it's been good, at least at the point I'm in right now. And the animations are crazy. but the money will get in the way. And I believe like they're the money department, right? The people who are responsible for making money for this game will want the person writing the story to drag it out as much as possible. So I don't know how it's gonna work, but like they have boss fights, right? And there's only like maybe there's only like 10 bad guys, right? 10 main bad guys, and then obviously maybe like the last bad guy, the final bad guy. But obviously it looks very straightforward, right? But what I think they would probably do is they would just like make it so long that you would almost never get to those bad guys, right? Because what happens when the story ends, right? I don't know. Like when the story ends, obviously the game ends, right? But they can't end because they're gotcha. They have their life service, their life service. They have to keep staying alive for as long as possible and making the most amount of money. So how would they even work around that? Maybe they'll add end game. I don't really know. But I hope, like in some magical world, this doesn't affect the story. But I think it will, like and then that's where you get a situation where, like with Genshin, where the main character has been trying to find their sibling for 3 or more years, right? And the story seems intensely dragged out, and there's filler almost the entire story is almost filler, right? So, and you only get like little tidbits of information, of like crucial information every so often, right? So far, I haven't seen any of that. I mean, there's a little bit, there was like some like little chore kind of thing you had to do, but it wasn't that bad. But I hope it doesn't like suddenly drop to that stand. But I don't know. I don't see how it's gonna go, but I just hope that it doesn't affect the story. And if it doesn't, that's awesome. But yeah, yeah, I was unlucky and I did not get it. But yeah, other than that, that's like one of my huge complaints about that. Because I would be more than willing to buy a game of this caliber, like to just buy this game for like maybe like $40 or like $30, like like just I'd much rather there be like a laid down price than it be live service, because at least if it's laid down, I know that the story was taken care of, like like there's an ending, and I know that the mechanics, like I believe this game could easily work as just a paid, like a $60 game, whatever, right? They'll probably make it $60 or $70, right? That's just how they are. Look at Raincoat, which is also made by the Danganronpa creator, right? I think that game is like $60 right now, and it was probably more when it came out. I don't know, but it's crazy, right? So it'd probably be like that, and I would much rather it be like that than it be live service, because I believe it has a lot more, like it gets a lot harsher. I believe it might ruin the game. So yeah, what else they got? The game has a lot of like unique mechanics. Like I don't know what any of this is yet. I got a candy. Got Gatorade. What? Here. I literally got Mountain Dew. Oh no! Replenishes 60 energy. You know what that means? You gotta log in every single day because your energy runs out, and then you can't play anymore, and then you gotta wait until the next day. That's another thing I hate about these games, is that they limit you on how much you can play. But if it was a laid down price game, they wouldn't be limiting you. They wouldn't be limiting you because you paid for the game. But this is just really ruining the game for me. I'll still play it. Obviously, it's really good. Story wise, and like the animations and like how they tell a story. Like how they tell a story is really strong, because it isn't like some bad slideshow like in other games, right? Like it seems intriguing because they're actual animations, right? And the animations seem like very well done. But dang, yeah, this replenishes 60 energy. Yeah, that sucks. When you're refreshed or when you're tired. Yeah, I hope that does. I hope that, like I hope that this. I've not been introduced to energy yet, but there might be like some places where you have to grind for stuff. And it's gonna become a Genshin scenario. It's gonna be like not gonna be that great. I don't know how far this closed beta goes. I doubt it. Like you can finish the entire game right now. I'm assuming there's a point where they stop you. A mysterious card that enhances. Yeah, this is some like low level material. That's whatever. But yeah, that 60 that energy thing really messes you up. Right now, I've gotten like 4 hours in and I haven't really gotten that much. I just got introduced to the Gatcha. But yeah, so it's like, so it's whatever, right? But things could be better, I guess. And then oh, well, again, that guy came in. Okay, I wanted to talk about something else. Okay, the party here. So they got some unique mechanics here, like like when when you're in combat, right? They have chained attacks, right? Yeah, so like you can do a special attack, and then if you connect, like you see this little like skull, if it connects to this one, you see you're outputting that into there, and then you can do a chain attack. So this guy can do a special attack, and then this guy goes do a special attack, and then since this one is outputting water, and it goes into that guy who takes water, he'll do a chain attack too. So they'll like all of them can do special attacks at the same time, as in a chain, right? Like one after another. So that works really cool, really well, really nice. But at the same time, that kind of like destroys certain teams. It kind of forces you to play in certain teams, which is kind of weird. But at least they're trying something new. They're trying something unique here. These are like kind of like, I guess these can be like your Genshin artifacts basically, right? That's basically what they are. They all have like different perks on them, like what they do for you, all that. I don't really know, like. Like this is just kind of like the basic I have right now. Like I could equip some new ones. When the shield is gained, alright, I don't have a shield character, so I'm gonna get cooked. My character is below 50 HP. They're connected. Ooh, that's pretty good. I would assume. But I don't know. It's kind of like a weird kind of play. When a character is surrounded by 2 above enemies, extend the duration of the debuff they grant. Okay. So that's like kind of like a debuffer. When a character executes deflect in 0.8 seconds, increase the attack point of the normal attack by 25% after the effect ends. Cannot receive the same effect in 0.8 seconds. Interesting. I don't know. I don't really want to change anything because I don't really like. There's a lot. Like look how much stuff they got. Like there's a lot. Increase the attack point of additional attacks by 9%. Okay, maybe. This one's really good. I like this one. Like, dang. What do I get anything good here? I don't know. Increase critical rate. That one's really good. Increase support point. Okay, yeah, but I don't wanna yap too long here. Increase our damage bonus. Is a certain distance. Well, I already have that one equipped. Alright, well, you kind of get the gist of it, like what they kind of give. Like they got critical chance, and then like you can level these up. You can make them stronger. Like I'll level one up just for fun. The attack point of the normal attack by. This is crazy. Wait, tension needed? Oh, you need tension? Dang, that's not good. Tension is like your level, and like during a fight, like the longer you fight, the more damage you do. Like you can build up tension. I'll show that later. But increases their damage bonus. I'll do this one. How do I level this one? Alright, yeah, let's bring it up a couple levels. I'll bring it up 10. This is this is just a closed. This is the beta, so it doesn't really matter what I do. Like I can make mistakes here. It seems good. It didn't really go up that much. What the heck? Still at 4%. Right? FX will start at him. Okay. Okay, and these are, I don't have to, those materials you probably have to grind for. And it probably uses energy and all that. Yep. Cool. I mean, in Genshin Impact, it was like, you were never like held back from the story. But the game was also like really easy. This game is a little, it can get really hard. It can get hard, but it's not like super hard yet. But yeah, this one was like level 10. What the heck? What? It didn't, like this little status thing, it didn't even go up at all. It's kind of interesting. Let me see if I get. Oh, I don't have enough there. Okay. I'll just like bring it up by 4. Oh, I think the number went up. Yeah, it went up a little bit. Yeah, I'll go. Oh yeah, see, it goes up right here. Okay, interesting. But it's like barely noticeable. I don't know how I feel about that one. But anyways, yeah, this is a cool kind of method. 0 means like you start the fight with it. These like you have kind of to work for them in the fight. So interesting. This is like kind of like work for it a little bit, not as much. But yeah, I'll explain the EX levels when I'm in a fight. That'll probably make more sense there. Oh yeah, they got like this text message kind of thing. Weird. Oh, can I buy stuff now? Enigma energy? That'd be kind of weird if I could. Wait, I can buy pulls. Okay, well, exclusive to this video, I want to spin some extra. Interesting. Oh, so this is like the, yep, these are like the shards from Genshin Impact. Basically, like any gacha game really has this, like the shards that you get from rolling. So yeah, let's do some pulls here. Some little extra. I did a whole pulling video, but you know, I guess I'll do some extra here. Maybe I'll get it. Who knows? Maybe I'm lucky. I'm gonna skip. Nope. Okay, nothing here. Get another pull. Nothing. Okay, cool. Maybe, you know, maybe, you never know. Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I got that crazy luck. You never know. Nothing. Nope. Okay. I think I got like 2 more max. Why not? Maybe like 1 more? Nope. I got 2 more. Yikes. Not looking good. My last one. All my energy is going into this one. Kamehameha. Nope. That thing is not golden. Nope. Yep. I got cooked. That is not. That is gone. Okay. Well. I got bodied. Okay, well, anyways, I'll go through part of the story. I'll show you like a little bit of it, I guess, and then I'll cut to gameplay. Eat it and direct.
とりあえずこれで小石の持っている力を借りられるのか。ネオン、こんなことができるなんて何者なんだろう。
なんかよくわかんねえけど、つまりこの小石は偽物ってことだよな。
そのようだな。しかしこれは恐ろしい技術力だ。これを利用すればいくらでも戦力の増強が可能。
こんな時までお金のこととはさすがですね。しかしこの機能決して悪いことではありません。遠くの地にいる人と共に戦えるなら大助かりです。
Yeah, what's the banner girl? What? The girl on the
離れ
limited
て
time
いて
banner?
も心は共に。なんだかロマンがありますよね。
なんか暗い顔だけどどうしたの？もっと喜んでもいいと思うけどな。とりあえず戦力アップを祝してパーティーでもしちゃおう。
それならホテルの大広間的なところで盛大にやるべきだろう。支配人に伝えておこう。
素直に喜んでいいものだろうか。どうしてネオンはここまで私たちに協力するのか。
それはそうかもしれないけど。
なことどうでもよくね。使えるもんは使っとけって。
いえ、都合のいいことはまず疑う。とても素晴らしい心がけだと思います。
でも疑ってばかりじゃ何もできないよ。今はとにかく前進あるのみ。
So yeah, you see kind of how like the animations are crazy. It's kind of what I like about it. But yeah, anyways, I'll cut to some gameplay, just so you guys can see that, and then I'll kind of like explain my final thoughts at the end, all that. And like anything else I gotta explain, I'll figure that out. I'll put it in the video. Well, I just wanted to record this, but yeah, they got like there's the energy system right up here, and then probably like, you know, like around here, depending on what map you're on, because they have like different maps depending on what like city you're in or whatever. They probably got like these like, you know, like basically places you go probably like around here, you know, and then you spend your energy to get mats for whatever item you're trying to build, right? So yeah, it's kind of a downer, but yeah, they do have energy costs. Like there is a limit to how much you could do. But I mean, it is possible to like just dodge every single attack perfectly. But you know, obviously it isn't as easy as it sounds. But you know, it's cool to have like these little like, you know, these little like things, interactables, cool animations. But you know, being a gacha game kind of really brings it down. Okay. There you go. Oh, okay, I'm going in this room, I guess. Oh, no, don't. Get me out. Do they let us, like, show some fighting? But yeah, hopefully. Oh, I think they're gonna show some fighting. Okay. So here, I hit them first. So, I get like, these, like, you know, little cards, right? And now I'm seeing that I don't really get any tension gauge. You see up there on the top left? That's my tension gauge, and I don't get any. I just realized that. So the benefit of hitting first is just like them not getting their attention that job. Okay. So their attention judge is all the way up, and when that happens, they get like new moves and stuff like that. Like they just become strong. It's interesting. Control 3. Oh, okay, yeah. So this guy has his ult. I'm gonna show his ult now. Pretty simple, pretty simple. But pretty cool, you know. All that jazz. But you see, I'm doing a chain attack right now. You see how, like, because after his ultimate, you can do chain attack. So that's what I did. Look, I'm gonna parry. I'm gonna dodge that. So I negate all the damage. So I could see a world where like you just don't take any damage. You just negate all of it, and then you could like kind of like brute force your way through some levels, even if you're unleveled. But you know, it'd probably still be hard, and it probably gets way harder like later on. After a character's rank is increased, you can. Oh, okay. I was about to say like, is there a rank mode? I'm like, whoa. Okay, yeah, this is pretty basic. Oh, and they got talents too. That's great. Don't make me evolve some basic guy. No, I don't wanna. Nope, I wanna do her. No, why are you forcing me to get? Okay, yeah. Well, there you go. Now we're talking.
私を知りたいと
Oh, where is it at? What am I doing? Oh, rank. There you go. Rank up. And fighting instincts, survival instincts, coordination. What does that mean? Enhanced base support unit. Yeah, this is a support unit. Increased running power, shoulder power, strikeout rate during XP units. Oh, okay. Wait, that's interesting. Wait, that's crazy. What? That's actually kind of crazy. I didn't know that you could, because XP games are kind of like if you think about Danganronpa, they're like the class trials basically, right? And it's kind of crazy. You can also have effects in there too. What the heck? Oh, okay, I can reset. Okay, I want to get out of there. Battle effect, enhance base HP and defense. Okay. Okay. Enhance overall damage, increase power, might, and suppression. All right, so this is kind of like a ending kind of recording, right? Because like the CVT ended, right? So and like I played like 10 hours and I could still not get like the final like piece that I wanted to show, because like they have like a beginner thing, like they have like these XP matches, right? And they're like kind of like the final boss battles, and they're like the trials for like Danganronpa basically, but in like Tribe 9 form. But I was playing 10 hours. I have 10 hours total on the game, right? But I was playing so much, and then I saw that new areas popped up, so I was like, no, I'm not playing. Because if new areas popped up, that means I'm still not even close to, going to like the final boss battle, right? Which is the XP match, right? Which is what I wanted to show. So I was like, nah, I can't play that much, bro. I'm not doing all that. That is crazy work. I don't know, some people did, but I just could not go that far. If I would have known that like the beginning XP battle was like the tutorial XP battle was gonna be the only one we get, I would have recorded that one. But there is one problem I have with that one. It's like during some cutscenes it gets like really choppy. Like it looks like it's like buffering, right? But I thought it was on my end, but it's actually like a big problem, and I forgot there's a CBT, so it's a problem like everybody has. So yeah, that's my only complaint there. I also experienced that, and I thought it was just my computer like being slow or something like that, because the animations were so smooth. But I guess it's just the game. So yeah, there's that. Overall thoughts on the game. Like out of 10, I'd probably give it like an 8. The story is really good. I really like the story, but I feel like they're gonna hold you back. Before I finished playing, they added like they had like these like they showed me like I unlocked like some artifact system, right? And then you also have to grind that. So this game is definitely a grind game. Think Genshin Impact. This is your typical gacha game with a good story, which is really weird because it's not an open world. It's very story focused based, but they want you to grind and do gacha. So this is a game you're gonna be playing multiple days, and eventually it'll get to a point where you can't play the main story unless you like grind for like 4 days, for example, to get like a certain gear, to get better gear, right? And then I also ran into like a system where they're like, oh well, you have to change up your team composition. You know, like if you have electric and like death, or and then like water character in your team, right? And then some characters are like strong against that, right? Some like bad guys are strong against that, right? So then you have to switch your team to another team to then be good against those guys, right? Because if not, if you don't switch, then your characters basically do like 1 damage, which is a really weird mechanic that I don't like. Because I pulled my 5-star, right? But I can't use that 5-star for that specific area that I got to, right, before I finished playing. So basically, you know, you're kind of like locked there, and I was very demotivated. That's why I stopped playing. And then obviously, you know, on top of that, I got 3 new areas unlocked that they want me to, you know, explore and beat, right? So the gameplay is fun. I like the gameplay. You know, it fits, like it fits for a mobile and PC kind of game. It does like what Genshin does, right? You can play it on mobile, but you know, it still looks really good on PC too, right? So it's not just because I'm always on a loss. The biggest loss is probably the Gatcha. Um, but yeah, one thing is like another like little like tidbit like complaint I have a little bit, you know, a little just something to put out there, right? Is that like sometimes there's a lot of combat, like a lot, right? So and then sometimes another thing is if the combat is hard and you keep dying, you know, it's really so like let's say you're in a fight like maybe like I fought like 10 enemies, right, in a row, and then I get the next part of the story, right? But by then, by then it's kind of weird because it's like there's a little gap between the stories, right? Because you're fighting for so long that you forget you were even doing it for the story. So when the story does pop up, they're like, oh, well, we're searching for the artifact, right? And then I'm like, oh yeah, we're doing that. And that's kind of what I see. Like I see like they're it's kind of like filler, right? They're kind of like adding that filler in. Like they're like, oh, we went. I think it's in the factory. Let's go to the factory, right? Let's look for the artifact, right? And then we go to the artifact, and there's a note that's saying it's not in the It's not in the factory. It's actually in the kitchen of the 2nd floor of the hotel. And then we're like, okay, now we got to go to the kitchen of the 2nd floor of the hotel, and then you got to walk all the way over there, fighting enemies along the way, you know, blah blah blah. And then like, oh no, it's actually in this new area that is unlocked. It's in the construction site. And then we're like, oh, we gotta go to the construction site now. So you see what I mean? It's like added filler that has nothing to do with the story, but they added in there, right? And I'm really scared because this could get worse, right? Depending on like, you know, what's going on, right? So like depending on like their direction, right? So it's very weird. Hopefully it's not as bad as I'm thinking it is, but you know. Anyways, the game is really good. I like the story. You know, the beginning is very strong. Oh, not like the very beginning, you know. The childhood friends part was not the best, but you know, it gets better on. Definitely gets some girth later, especially when when the bad guy becomes a little plushy and all that. It's not really a big spoiler. That happens in like the very beginning of the game. But yeah, I'll probably play the game for sure, but I won't play the game like a lot. Like I'll play like, you know, every so often. I wonder if like, they probably don't have like all the chapters, you know, like already there. Like they're probably like, you know, release them every so often like Genshin does, which was kind of bad because like a game like this you want to be able to finish it when you can, right? And you know, 10 hours of gameplay and I have not finished the first area is kind of crazy. Obviously, you know, that's with the tutorial included, and the tutorial like places a whole, you know, place of its own, but still that's a lot. Like I finished Metal Gear Solid in like 7 hours. You know, obviously they're way different games, but you know, I'm just saying like this is a story-based gacha game. Like they're really pushing that. So yeah, I just want to talk about that. I wanted to finish my thoughts in the game, but it's closed now. You know, but obviously it's a good game. You know, I will pay its dues. It's a good game, and I enjoyed it. So yeah, hopefully you all get lucky in your pulls if you're playing. I don't know. But yeah, my thoughts 8 out of 10. There, you know, obviously nitpicks here and there, but you know, it's a gacha game, so what do you really expect? I just hope that the story doesn't get any more affected than it already is, because you know, I'm honestly already seeing some patterns of them like having to change or like make the story a specific way, you know, for you know specific reason. But it is really high quality for a quote unquote free game. I think it's gonna be. So yeah. But yeah. Anyways, I don't want this video is really long enough, so. See, unless let me think. Oh yeah, they also have second abilities. They have like E and Q abilities. I didn't realize that, but eventually when you level up your characters, they get to a point where you can use 2 abilities. You know, every character has 2 abilities and then an ult and then a chain attack, you know, of their own, right? So it's really cool, right? And also, the main character is really strong. I couldn't beat this one boss, and then I switched to the main character. He wasn't on my team, and then I put him on, and then he just started smacking everybody up. So that's a little tip, I guess. I don't know if they'll keep him as strong, but let me think. If there's one thing I would 100% change is let me say 100% the energy system. I would but obviously that's kind of like a given because they're going for a gacha game. They're gonna have an energy system, but that's the one thing I would like. I would take that out of the game. It ruins it for me, you know. I can't lie. Like, you could say that it leads to burnout, but I don't know. I feel like if they're trying to go for something different and with the direction they're going to, you have to get rid of that energy system because they have dungeons and they have the energy system, and you know you probably have to grind for artifacts and grind for materials to level up your characters and your cards, and those are pretty important. So yeah, I can see a lot of grinding in this game, Genshin level grinding, which is not a good thing to really have. I can't lie, but you know, I know the game will be successful either way. You know, the story is really good. You can definitely see that the Danganronpa creator, you know, put his time into making it and adding little, you know, his little jokes, you know, his little extra art pieces here and there. And it's for a free game, you know, so I can't, you know, obviously you can't be mad, but that's how they get you, you know. They say it's free, and then that's why they put the gacha and all that. But yeah, anyways, hope you all enjoy Tribe 9 when it comes out, whenever it comes out. But yeah, the CBT was fun. Thank you for Tribe 9 people for letting me play that. Very epic. Thank you. See you on the next one.